On today's Primetime Local News, the city is putting some cash towards fixing streets and sidewalks in Lloydminster. And a local ice cream shop is giving you the chance to cool off this summer while supporting family literacy. Plus, a Bonnyville native who plays for the Pontiacs commits to the Royal Military College.
Primetime Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
For the City of Lloydminster, pavement rehabilitation projects will be underway. During the last meeting, Council approved administration to commit $180,000 from the street improvement capital budget and $275,000 from the Transportation Services operating reserves to the Transportation Services operating budget.
So what we ended up doing was taking some money out of the reserve, but not as much as that could have been. But we did take it in the reserve because that is taxpayers' money for a case when there's challenges that come up. Let's say a rainy day fund. And is it raining? No, it's not raining right now, thank goodness. But it'll allow us to repair something because I think we've all heard the cost of materials, services are going up. If we can tackle it today at the price, I believe we'll be ahead of the curve compared to next year.
For Council, this was a priority to approve in order to fix the challenges administration put forward.
We're not taking, a huge portion of our reserves, although it is significant. But at the same time, we're recognizing that it has been a priority. The danger in not doing it is that next year there'll be another top 11. And what if it isn't on the top 11 again? We really haven't changed anything. And so there's that challenge between saying, is it a priority or not? And recognizing that there will always be new priorities that can come along.
Jack Kemp Community School held Indigenous ceremonies along with handing out their Grade 6 awards all together in the gymnasium yesterday. Our Shelby Clark has more in this week's Beyond the Classroom.
For National Indigenous Peoples Day, Jack Kemp wanted to celebrate the culture with numerous ceremonies, especially with having a large population of Indigenous students at the school.
We did our grand entry, so we had the flags, the Métis and the Treaty 6 territory flag brought in. We brought acknowledgement to Treaty 6 territory. And then we did just an intertribal dance because we only had 4 dancers. So we had a fancy dance, we had a traditional, we had a grass dancer, and we had a jingle dress dancer. So we did intertribal, and then we did a round dance as a school, which brings people, the purpose of it is to bring people together.
Staff at Jack Kemp School have been excited to bring activities and events like this back for the students. They believe the ceremonies mixed with the Grade 6 awards was a success for showing the importance of Indigenous culture and being able to bring everyone together. Some students were involved in the ceremonies to show their respect to loved ones who passed away.
I keep on dancing for my Nana for her memory, but she passed away.
Because I believe in that it heals people, especially for the people that are going through a lot, the people that are passing away.
The school continued on with more activities for the kids through the afternoon, including Indigenous games, stories, crafts, and even bannock.
We haven't been allowed to showcase our students' culture because of COVID, and it was just great to have everybody come together and and to bring some of that here was awesome. So.
And that's it in this week's Beyond the Classroom.
At Lakeland College, our students are challenged to go beyond the classroom, so when industry knocks, they're ready to thrive. Learn more at lakelandcollege.ca.
And now that we're officially into summer, it's the perfect time to cool off with an ice cream cone. The Scoop Ice Cream Shop are hoping to satisfy your sweet tooth and support family literacy at the same time. They're scooping ice cream for a good cause. The past few years, the Scoop Ice Cream Shop in Lloydminster have highlighted a local organization.
In the past couple of years, we've done with Bike for Breakfast, which happened last year, and that was really, really great, and SBC as well.
They promote a featured flavor and donate the proceeds to their chosen organization. Not only do the groups benefit financially, they also gain exposure.
We really believe in what they do, and we wanted to support that. And I think this is just a fun way to enjoy summer and to promote literacy for all ages.
This year, the featured flavor is going to support family literacy and the Lloydminster Learning Council Association.
We're focused on adult learning and really promoting lifelong learning as well. So we offer classes in English language learning, family literacy, world languages, and technology training.
The LLCA are taking this partnership to the next level by setting up a story walk at the Kinkinet Park right next to the Scoop.
So the book is Don't Push the Button, and what they're going to do is they're going to display boards all across the park here, and it's going to be big pages instead of small ones.
The story walk starts on Thursday and will stay for a week.
The interactive, shorter ones are the best to keep the little ones' attention spans going. This is a movement that started actually in the US, and then it's been popping up everywhere, especially in the nice weather. This will be the third story walk that we've actually run. We did one last year at Bud Miller Park, and then we also did one in Battleford at the beginning of June.
Residents can come support the Learning Council by buying a scoop of watermelon sherbet, the featured flavor, and walking the park to read the book promoting literacy as a family. All right, on that note, let's check in with Shelby Clark, who has a look at your weather forecast.
Thanks so much there, Mr. Jason Mackey. Yes, that scoop looks delicious. It would be really nice to go and get some ice cream right now outside. We are seeing a beautiful day here in the border city with 23. We are seeing a lot more sun as well throughout the day. You know, it's peeking behind those clouds. We're seeing a lot of sun out there, so make sure everybody's taking advantage of getting out there. Even go check out the outdoor pool while you are hitting up Scoop to help support. But glad to see that there are there's some strong support so far for Scoop, because you know it is a delicious little spot there here in the border city, a little hidden gem. And we are just sitting at 23 here, and going over to our temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, we are seeing those nice temperatures continue on from what we were seeing yesterday. Over in Edmonton, they are looking a lot cooler there at 14. They are seeing some stormy conditions right now in the Edmonton area, so hopefully everybody is being safe out there. We are seeing a lot more thunderstorms over in that area. Most spots are seeing around 21, 22 degrees over on the Alberta side. 23 up in Bonnyville, while Lac-La-Biche is just hitting that 20 point, and down in Provost, they are seeing the warmest with 24. Saskatchewan side, they are seeing some nice warm temperatures as well, ranging from around 21 to 24 degrees in most spots over here. Meadow Lake is probably the coolest with 18 degrees, while down in Macklin, they are just reaching 25. And for North Battleford here, they will be going down to a low of 11 for their evening low. So seeing still some double digits for our evening low temperatures, maybe slightly cooler. And then tomorrow they'll be seeing 20 throughout the day. So a nice warmer day once again, but they will be seeing a high chance of that thunderstorm later on in the day, starting off. Cold Lake will be going down to a low of 13 with a little bit more cloudier conditions. Seeing 19 tomorrow, so cooling down just a few degrees from what they are seeing today, although they will be seeing some gloomier conditions with that precipitation and a high chance of a thunderstorm as well. And for us in the border city, we'll be seeing 11 for our evening low, so not too bad of a temperature. You know, make sure you're getting out there, having some fun. Go to Bud Miller Park if you want, have a picnic. And then tomorrow we'll be seeing 19, and we will be seeing a mixture of some sun and cloud, but we will be seeing a high chance of that rainfall with a thunderstorm, so just be prepared for that. And showing off one of your beautiful photo submissions. This was an absolutely gorgeous shot. Thank you so much for this one, Bev. Thank you to everyone that submitted some nice weather photos to our Facebook page. You can continue to do so. I will use them on my weather segments. This is a nice, beautiful shot. I love the sky, especially seeing that reflection in the water. Just absolutely glorious. So thank you once again for this. And that's all I got for now. We'll have more coming up after the break.
One player from the Bonnyville Pontiacs announced that he's committing to play university hockey out of Kingston, Ontario for the upcoming season. Our Adil Ahmed has the details.
I'm very pleased to be joined by the newest member of the Royal Military College Paladins, Austin St. Austin. Thanks so much for coming on and chatting with me, and congratulations on committing out to the RMC.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Certainly. Well, you recently just played for the Bonnyville Pontiacs. You spent the past 3 seasons with the franchise. How much have you seen your game progress from year 1 to year 3?
Yeah, I think for myself, I came in as a younger guy, and just kind of work my way up. And I think over the 3 years, you learn more about yourself than really anything else, and what it takes to keep going, not only at the junior level, but to get to the college level, and kind of making your way up the ranks from there as well. And I think I kind of did that for myself, and kind of learned a lot about myself and what I need to do to keep moving on, and to make a career out of this.
Well, as I mentioned earlier in this interview, you committed out to the Royal Military College. Just tell me a little bit about what led to your decision to go and play out there for next season.
They showed a lot of interest in me. Obviously, the college process is tough, and there's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. But the coach Richard Lim was treating me very well, and he still treats me like gold right now. So no, I'm excited, and like I said, they wanted to give me lots of opportunity, and I wanted to go somewhere where I could come in and make a difference right away, and be an impact player, and get lots of minutes. And I felt that RMC was a place that I could do that at. So I'm just excited to get going and be a Paladin.
You scored 23 goals last season with the Pontiacs, which is a career best for you out of the 3 seasons you've been with the franchise. Just how much have you seen your game take a step up?
Like I said, just over your 3 years, I think you learn a lot about yourself, and you learn what works and what doesn't. And I think for myself, I had a lot of those conversations with the coaches and with myself, and the type of player I needed to be, and what I kind of needed to do to be successful. And so I just kind of took everything that was given to me, and learned from every experience. And I just kind of went along with it and put my nose down and worked hard.
Well, of course, you are no stranger when it comes to relocating to play hockey. You played with the U18 Bobcats team here in Lloydminster. You have also played hockey out in Fort Saskatchewan. Just what are you looking forward to most when you head out to Kingston for next season?
Getting to see something new. I've never played out of province, so I'm excited to see what Ontario is like. And I hear it's a great city over there, and obviously the hockey as well. Very excited for that. But just kind of get a new experience, and kind of see what the rest of the world is kind of like, and just have that experience and kind of get some more exposure.
Lastly, just for the Paladins fan base, what can they expect from a player like Austin Saint going into next season?
I like to think of myself as a hardworking player who can create plays down low and get to the net, who can drive pucks and outwork guys and out muscle guys. And I think I have a great shot, and I like to use it as much as I can, and just attack off the rush.
Well, unfortunately, that is all the time that we do have for this interview. Austin, thanks again so much for coming on. Congratulations once again, and best of luck on your new journey out in Ontario.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
I'm happy to be joined today on Primetime Local News by Kyla Purser. Kyla is a director on the Paradise Valley Ag Society. Kyla, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Stacy.
Well, Kyla, we have a big event coming up this weekend, and it's not new to this area. It's the Three Cities Fair in Paradise Valley. So tell me about, first, let's talk about the history of this event. It's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah, actually, it is our 50th year this year, so it's kind of a big one, and it's especially nice to come back after COVID and come into a big celebration. So,
well, what is planned? Like, I know that I'm looking at the events, and there's so much going on. So it starts on Friday. Let's talk about Friday first. What's planned for Friday?
So Friday morning, we kick it all off on Main Street. We have a big pancake breakfast put on by the fire department in Paradise Valley, and so that's sort of gets everybody geared up and excited. And then there's a bit of a lull through the day, but then we get back to everything in the evening, at 6 o'clock. That's sort of when the beer garden's open and everything kind of gets going, and the Bullarama at 7 o'clock. And that's a big one. Everybody, started out with a bang, right? It's exciting and high energy. So yeah, we're excited for that.
Well, and now Saturday is it's a packed day from like early in the morning. So what's happening on Saturday, Kyla?
We start out with more pancakes because why not? So there's more pancakes at the park. And then we start out with a ball tournament. It begins. Our U13 baseball team, they have an inter-squad game, and that gets all the grandparents and the locals out, because that's exciting stuff for them. We have the exhibits at the school. There's bouncy houses. There's a cattle show at the park this year. We got some log rolling and tug of wars, and of course the ball tournament, the slow pitch tournament goes throughout the whole day. So that, I mean, there's enough little things kind of going on here and there, and visiting. I mean, that's part of it, right? It's just nice to get out and see everybody again.
Well, and Sunday is the day that you wrap things up. And again, a lot of things happening on Sunday. Tell me about what's planned for the day on Sunday.
On Sunday, we have more ball tournament that keeps going. There's a barrel racing jackpot going on. We have more bouncy houses. There's a petting zoo. I know a lot of kids who are very excited about the petting zoo. And then actually both nights we have the pony chucks and chariots, weather permitting. Hopefully we're not rained out and we don't have to worry about that. But that's a good one after the barbecue supper on Saturday night. And then at the end of the day on Sunday, there's the pony chucks and chariots. And then we actually kind of, to wind things up, we have the wild pony races for the kids. And we've got kids coming from various communities, and of course, tons of our own kids, just pumped about that. I was at the school today and they are all excited about that.
Well, and Kyla, what about the costs for any of this? Like, is some things that you have to pay for, or some are free, or what's the scoop with that?
Well, there's the Master Ribbon, and that'll cover you for everything. You'll get into all events, and for adults with the Bullarama, it is $75 for the Master Ribbon, and for students, it's $60 for Bullarama and Master Ribbon. And that includes the gate pass, that includes your supper on Saturday night, that includes Bullarama, of course, and any of the events in the park during the day. But there is also different options. I mean, if you're not 100% sure that you're going to be able to attend all of these events, you can get a gate pass, that'll get you in, and then you can buy the extras kind of on their own if necessary, if that's the route you'd like to take.
Do you have to get these ahead of time somewhere, or can you get them ahead of time, or do you just show up and buy them there?
You can get them ahead of time, and that's always handy to get it all taken care of. We have them for sale at the ATB branch in Paradise Valley. We also, if you'd like, you can pick them up at the gate on Friday night and get yourself hooked up with the pass that way as well.
Kyla, this is something that a lot of people in this area look forward to all the time. And as you said, now 50 years, which is amazing. How excited are you to have this again? And, everybody is kind of back to some sense of normalcy and they can just enjoy the event. That must be an amazing feeling for you.
It honestly is. It's so tremendous. I mean, I feel that Paradise Valley, like many small towns in our area, are very community oriented. It takes a lot of hands to make this happen. And not only is it an event for everybody, but it's a celebration in a certain sense. And we're celebrating our volunteers. We're celebrating the sponsors that have sponsored our organization throughout the year. We are acknowledging the people who have participated and helped out with our crop project. It's just, it's nice to just honestly get everybody back together again and just spend a weekend enjoying. And it's from young to old. Like the kids are excited about it, and the seniors are excited about it. And it's so nice to get everybody back together and enjoying each other's company and the various activities and fun that can be had.
Well, Kyla, if ahead of time people are looking for information on what's going on, what is the best way to find out what's planned?
We have been posting as much as we can on our Paradise Valley Egg Society Facebook page. And if you have any questions, that is the place to send your messages to. I would recommend sending a message to the Facebook page. And there's a few of us that monitor that. So somebody will respond with an answer, hopefully, for whatever anybody's looking for. And to get involved. If there's anything that you are interested in doing, if you want to be a part of the cattle show, if you have kids that want to be in the wild pony races, if you want to volunteer, you are able to message us there and we can hook you up.
Well, that's fantastic. Good luck this weekend, Kyla. Thank you for chatting with us. And I know the event is going to be a success. So we hope for good weather and that everything will go off as planned. And thanks once again for speaking with us today.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for having me, Stacey. I appreciate it. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Well, Carolyn, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I really appreciate it. You are a local Lloydminster musician, and you currently have 4 albums out with a mix of country, a little bit of rock, a little bit of pop. Now, for those who may be a little bit unfamiliar with you in the area, tell us a bit more about yourself and your style of music.
Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. We live on a farm, and I have 4 kids that are ages 4 to 9. And I've always loved music. I didn't actually start playing any instruments or anything till I was 24, but I really did enjoy playing guitar and singing with my grandpa in his old-time circles. So when the opportunity arose, I took it pretty quickly, and I did my first album as a cover album of all my my favorite songs. And I just actually recorded that just to pass around at jams because a lot of people, they like to trade. So that's all it was going to be. And then I had no inclination that I would ever start writing songs at all. So that was a bit of a surprise. But yeah, I have 3 original albums out.
That is so cool. Now tell us a bit about your writing style and what is a writing session like with you?
Oh boy. So I like the old school hard rhymes. So that's like the greats like Hank Williams and Alan Jackson, that kind of stuff. I like the old style stuff. So I'd say most of the time my writing sessions are solo and quick. Like I've only spent the time I'm gonna start rewriting songs more often because I've heard good things about rewrites and how you can really elevate the song to the next level and all that. So I've only actually rewritten maybe half a dozen songs. Most of the time I just sit down and I write the song and it's done. Like, or I do the verse and the chorus, and then I'll sleep on that, and then I'll write the next 2 verses, the next session, usually within 10 days. But yeah, I just was cranking them out. So I've released altogether, I counted them up, 37 songs on those 3 CDs, all originals, all within the last 25 months.
That is just the absolute coolest. So now we got to talk about an achievement of yours that is very well deserved. You work very hard. So the International Singer-Songwriter Association, you were nominated, and this announcement came in May, but we're talking about it now very excitedly. So tell us how it felt to be nominated for this award.
Oh, it was fantastic. Like I actually got 6 nominations. And then so for the month of April, you have to involve your fan base. And so everyone can vote every day for the month of April. And after that 30 days of voting, I had 3 of the 6 nominations, which I was still very happy to hold on to those because it's a lot of competition. I think there were 25 people per category and only the top 10 get to move on to the next categories or the next phase of judges. So now the judges have their ballots and they are judging us, and we'll find out. I believe it's August 6th is the big day. So
well,
yeah,
that is a
and
ways away. You must be kind of chomping at the bit, but also very excited to find out. Well, we wish you the absolute best of luck. Now, where can everybody find more about you and your music and what you're going to be up to this summer?
Yeah, they can go to carolineparkmusic.com, or they could go onto my YouTube channel if you guys want to listen to a blend of originals and cover tunes. Yeah.
Well, that is very exciting. Is there anything else you want to mention or talk about today, Carolyn?
No, I think we covered the meat and potatoes for sure. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
And then off with taking a quick look at your 7-day forecast. We will be seeing those days continue on with a slightly cooler Thursday, Friday, but seeing some high chances of some thunderstorms and precipitation. Then we will warm up from there for the weekend, and heading into next week, we will be seeing those 20 degrees continue on with 22 next Monday and Tuesday and 20 next Wednesday.
Thank you so much for that, Shelby, and thank you all for joining us tonight for Primetime Local News. Stay with us. Our second hour continues next.